what you know now, would you have married her? If you knew it was going to be like this, would you have married her?
Tamara's not the person I married.
If he's the one that's changed.
Tamara is very clingy.
I am not clingy.
Since we've gotten married, it's control, control, control. I feel like a 3-year-old and she's my mom.
What would you do differently?
I would have friends.
If you wanted to have friends and you wanted to go out and have fun, then why'd you get married?
I'm not allowed to do anything. I'm not allowed to take judo, work out, have horses.
I didn't want to be home by myself.
My curfew is at 6 o'clock.
It's not a curfew.
I'm not allowed to go work out by myself after work, am I?
I just prefer you not to.
We have to go to bed at the exact same time every night. I tried college. He made me quit that.
Because it means time away from me.
She complains and gripes all the time, and I'm sick of it.
I don't think I'm griping. I feel like I'm just telling him my needs.
I didn't think any woman could be that extreme to want you there constantly. I almost feel like it's kind of psychotic.
I don't think I'm needy at all. I think that I need a normal amount of attention for a woman.
Okay, you don't think you're clingy at all?
No, I don't think I'm clingy at all. I think it's just normal.
Because he kind of thinks you are.
I know.
Extremely clingy.
Are you surprised to hear that?
No, I'm not surprised because he's told me before, but I don't think that's accurate.
Okay, what are you after? Whatever you call it, whether you call it clingy or lovey or just normal, what is it you're after?
I don't think I'm really after anything.
Oh, sure you are. No, I mean, of course you are. You want something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this behavior is in pursuit of something.
His attention.
His attention.
His attention, yeah.
Okay, so what you want is attention.
Yes, I want his attention.
Okay, and you're getting it in a negative way.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so what you want is attention, and you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Are you a bottomless pit?
No, I don't think I'm a bottomless pit. I think I just want a normal amount
Is
of
there
attention.
enough attention?
Yes, there is enough attention. And once I get full of it, I'm fine with him going off and doing his own things. It's just that he's always gone and always going to do other things.
Okay, so what we've determined so far is 2 things. 1, you're after attention, and 2, this is all about you. No.
Very well put.
No, really, because you said once I'm full, he can go do whatever he wants to. But until I'm full, he's to maintain the vigil and stay there with me.
Yeah, so it's not about me. It's about the marriage, like working on the marriage.
I don't think so.
He's gone all the time.
I don't think so, because you didn't say once the 2 of us are full and feel loved, then we are free to go do what we want. You said once I'm full, then he can go do whatever he wants after my needs are met.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I'm just asking, if I run a red light, stop me.
No, okay, yeah, that's probably true.
Here's what he said. This is what he says represents your clinginess. Tell me if I get this right. That Jeremy has to come straight home from work every night. He has a curfew.
He doesn't have a curfew. It's just after work. I'd like him to come
What
home
time is your
dinner.
curfew?
From work, it's 6 or 6:30. I have to be home. And then to go to bed at night, normally 10:30s.
Okay,
How
so
long I have to
6:30
stay
home,
up?
10:30 in bed, because you got to go to bed when she's tired.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Did I get that right?
At least he has to stay up to a reasonable hour. He likes to go to bed 8:30 or 9.
That's not true. That's not true at all. I have to be at work at 7 o'clock in the mornings. So, if I had a long week, there are nights that I would like to go to bed at 8 o'clock just to get a few extra hours to sleep.
Well, you married a wild and crazy guy.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, he's going to bed.
Well,
I bet
not
y'all
all.
stay up later than that, don't you? All right. You wanted him to quit his job because it was mandatory overtime and it took away from you.
Yes.
He can no longer hang out with his friends.
He could hang out with his friends if he hadn't, but he's never even asked to hang out with his friends. So.
I'm just reading these are quotes.
I'm just lucky to go to work every day, so I don't really need friends, I guess.
Okay. He's not allowed to work out or lift weights. He had to give up judo. All this because he took time away from you. He has to go to bed same time you do. He had to choose college or work part-time, not both, because it took too much time. He's not allowed to have horses because it took too much time. He can't have hobbies that you can't do with him.
Yeah, but he also is an overworker. So he's gone a lot of times working, too. Because he works a full job, like all day from 7 to 7 sometimes. And then the weekends as well.
Okay, look over your list there. You see this list here? That's the second half. There's a first half. You don't think any of that qualifies as clingy?
Okay, yes, some of it probably is clinky.
Which parts? How about he has to come straight home from work and has a curfew of 6:30?
I don't see it as a curfew, though. I see it as, like, we have dinner together.
What happens if he rolls in at 8?
She lays down the whip, I'll say.
What happens if you roll in at 8?
Oh, we're going to argue for at least 2 hours.
Well, at least you're together.
Yeah, we are together.
I mean, really, you're wanting attention. And do you get that you're getting attention, but it's not positive?
Yeah, I know that.
Because he used a word to describe you. He's used 2 words to describe you. It really kind of jumped out at me. One was clingy, and the other was psycho. You don't mean that literally.
Not
You probably
literally.
wouldn't want psychotic if they were sitting in the
Obviously,
audience.
I'd be gone probably at that point. But
But you mean she's just over
over these issues, yes, I do believe.
So what do you think about that?
For me, I just feel like he's working all the time, so I just need some attention because I feel like he wants to work all the time plus do all these things, so when are we going to be together?
I'm really looking at your words here because I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
You don't seem like you need some attention. He needs to come straight home from work, had to quit a job with mandatory overtime, cannot hang out with friends, cannot have hobbies, cannot lift weights, has to go to bed when you go to bed, cannot go to college, because all of this needs to be devoted to you.
Yeah.
Okay, how's that working for you?
Not very well.
You're on the Dr. Phil show. You've been married 8 months, and he's saying, beam me up, Scotty. We're talking about what happens when the wedding is over and the only thing you've returned from your honeymoon with is a hangover. And I'm not talking about the kind you get from alcohol. I'm talking about the one you get when you realize that you and your spouse are together now for the rest of your life. Now, Jeremy and Tamara have been married less than a year, and they're now realizing the only thing they have in common is they just don't have anything in common.
Since we've been married, Jeremy and I realized that we have nothing in common. He's a country boy. I'm a city girl.
I like hiking, being outdoors, fishing. Tamara has no hobbies. She likes sitting at home watching TV.
I like to relax.
I never met anybody that needed so much downtime in my life. I feel I've made a lot of sacrifices. I sold my horses because I knew it was something she didn't like.
Horses are not a hobby, they're a lifestyle. I would rather him spend his time with me.
We fought on her honeymoon because I wanted to get up and do things, and Tamara just wanted to stay in the room.
I figured it was a honeymoon, so we should spend most of our time in the room. On the second day of the honeymoon, I was already feeling lonely. I felt like he wasn't into me. I prayed to God, asking him to forgive me if I had made a mistake.
I was thinking the same thing, that maybe we both might have made a mistake.
You say you feel like you're in jail.
Yes, it's constantly having to be home and not getting to do anything you want. I thought when we got married, we'd settle into our lives a little bit more, and she would do certain things by herself, and I would get to do things as well. But that didn't work out so well.
But I feel like he does do a lot of stuff by himself because he's constantly working. Like, it's not just a normal job. He works about like 60 hours a week and on weekends part-time. So I feel like he's always gone.
Would you say that it would be accurate and honest to say that you kind of wait for him to get home to entertain you and interact with you and
Sometimes, yeah. I do count on him for that.
so you kind of count the minutes till he gets home?
Yeah, sometimes.
You think that puts a little pressure on him?
Yeah, probably.
Do you have friends?
Yeah, I have friends. Well, yeah, I do. My mom is my best friend, and I also have another best friend, but I don't have like a whole group of friends.
Yeah. So you don't have a lot of distractions other than him.
Yeah.
And he has a lot of other distractions, and you're carving those away systematically, so he'll have less competition for time with you.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to be with you now, right?
Yeah.
Because you said he gives you like one-word answers, and he's real curt and uninvolved and
Yeah, he
disengaged.
gets really angry.
Yeah, because he's resenting you for taking everything out of his life that he loved except you. Is that a fair statement?
Oh, that's very fair. That's very fair. It's just everything being taken away. I really do love her, and but it's hard at times when you see so much taken away, and you just feel they don't appreciate what you've done.
Yeah, so you got a chip on your shoulder.
Definitely.
Because when y'all were dating, you talked all the time, right?
Yeah, we were together 24/7 basically.
Yeah, and he would call and talk to you late at night and stuff like that. And you just knew each other so much that you could just finish each other's sentences, right?
Yeah.
And that's like really cute when you're dating, but then when you're married, it's, hey, stop interrupting me. It kind of shifts, right?
It does.
So he used to be like so cute, he knows me so well, but not so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going to happen if this continues? Just be honest.
We both agree we can't live our lives this way. She needs more from me, and I need more to myself as well.
All right, this honesty check. And you need to be honest when I ask you this question. If you could turn the clock back and you knew then what you know now, would you have married her?
That's a very hard question. There's so much I do love about her, but I wish we had worked on ourselves more before we got married and really paid attention to all the details. You think it's all cute when they want to be with you all the time, but in the long run, you're like, oh, that's too much. I got to breathe sometime.
It's an interesting answer. Now answer my question. If you knew it was going to be like this, would you have married her?
At times, no. At times, no.
What do you think about that?
I mean, it hurts. It does, because I want him to love me and, feel like he wants to be with me. But I do understand that we do have problems, and so, at times I wish that he was with me more too.
Well, you can't change what you don't acknowledge. And my question to you is, are you too clingy? When you got here, you said, I don't think I'm clingy at all. We then went over some reality, and so I'm asking you again now. Does it mean that you don't have the right to stake out your territory, that you don't have the right for companionship, that he shouldn't want to be with you and share with you and resonate with you at every level, mentally, emotionally, physically, socially, spiritually, every possible way? But are you being too clingy?
Yes, there's a possibility I'm being too clingy.
There's a possibility.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We're talking to couples who are going through a honeymoon hangover. Now, another question that I'm commonly asked is, how much do you need to know about your fiance's past before you get married? That's a tough one, actually. I think you need to know a lot about your fiance's past, but not necessarily in detail. But you do need to know a lot about them, be able to answer questions about their values, their beliefs, their expectations, their goals, and what their history has been, but not without gory details sometimes. Now, Tamara and Jeremy were engaged for only 4 months and married 4 months after that. So they only knew each other for a total of 8 months before they got married. And now, 8 months later, they haven't hit the 2-year mark yet. They don't even have a life. Jeremy says it's hard to want to have someone who is constantly complaining.
An issue since the beginning of our marriage.
It's hard to be passionate with somebody you're fighting with. My marriage is in the red zone.
Jeremy is very cold, distant, hateful.
I feel trapped.
Most nights, Jeremy will come home and barely even speak to me. It's blatantly obvious to me that he has zero interest. There's been several times I've tried to give Jeremy a hug or sit in his lap, and he'll push me away. I am afraid that Jeremy may not love me anymore.
I feel she's being a drama queen.
I feel that maybe Jeremy was putting on an act before we were married, and now I'm getting to see who he truly is. I don't think either of us want to continue to live like this.
So what do you predict? Is it too late? Has she shown you a side of her that has you alienated to the point that she's just no longer attractive to you?
No, I don't believe it's too late. I just think if she gets some of the issues worked out that we have problems with, it would help me out a lot more. I just need a little space, and I mean, I still have feelings for her. I think she's beautiful. It's just I need some space is all.
What are you doing to make this marriage better?
Listening to all the rules.
Let's rephrase that. What are you doing to make this marriage better?
Going to counseling, anything that I can do to change to help us. As far as the day-for-day thing, not necessarily anything. I kind of gave up at some point.
So you basically checked out.
Yes, I did.
Okay, and that's going to fix things how?
It's not going to fix anything right now. I just hope that in the long run, I guess we start dealing with our problems a little bit better through counseling and stuff.
Well, but you're here. Let's start dealing with them now.
Yes.
Because I've been talking to, listen, I think you're being over-demanding. I think you're being whiny and clingy, and I think you are driving him out the door. I don't think you could do it any faster with a cattle prod. I'm serious. I'm serious. I think he's just I think he's a pretty down-to-earth, good old boy that's kind of live and let live, and, you know, let's be happy and each have our lives and kind of go along. And I think you're whining and demanding and criticizing and requiring, and then you say, well, he won't sleep with me. Well, you have a parent-child relationship here. You are treating him like a child. You get home at 6:30, you go to bed when I tell you to, you don't hang out with your friends, you're not going to take that stupid judo, get rid of those horses. That's a parent-child relationship. And, you know, aside from Oedipus, most guys don't want to sleep with their mothers. And so when you have a parent-child relationship, then everybody backs away. Now, you, on the other hand, are being the perfect rebellious son. Okay, you don't tell me what I want to hear, I'll just pout. I'll give you one-word answers, stare at the wall, and be passive-aggressive. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. God, I hate her. Yes, dear. Yes, dear. I mean, have I got it right?
Yes, that's right. I wouldn't say that out loud, though, but, but you're right.
Yeah. Well, it's my job. Okay. And trust me, don't try it at home. Okay? I have security all over here. Take her out at the knees if she makes a fast move. But, I mean, so I'll ask you what I ask her. How is it working for you?
It's not working at all.
I mean, come on, you married her. You married her. Sweep her off her feet.
Yeah, I get to a point where I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. And I know it makes it.
But that's immature.
Yeah.
You're married. You're married. You made the decision. You married her. And your job is to help her be happy. It's not your job to make her happy. She has to decide that. And you got to understand, even if you think you are totally right in all this, and it's ridiculous. He works too many hours. He has too many hobbies. He has stupid friends. Even if you think you're totally right, it's not working.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you, he isn't going to go for this.
Yeah.
He's eventually going to buck enough that he says, that's it. I don't want this. I'd rather be healthy alone than sick with her.
Yeah, but how do we find a compromise? Like, how do we find it to where he spends time with me, but he has everything else too?
We're talking to newlyweds who say their spouse changed after the wedding. I'm not sure they really changed so much as they didn't really know what their spouse was like before the wedding. You need to know each other really, really well. Marriage is not a date. Let me tell you, when you go on a date, they show up, their hair's done, he shaves, he's got on a clean shirt, she's got on a pretty dress, and they got a big smile on their face, and let's go party. When they get home, they got a flannel nightgown. He's got some old sweatpants from junior high football. You shouldn't marry somebody till you have seen them with the flu. If you haven't cleaned up their vomit, you shouldn't walk the aisle. So should you live together, what you need to do is really, really know each other. I mean, really know each other. Now, I'm talking to newlyweds Jeremy and Tamara who are struggling because, in my opinion, they didn't really know each other before they tied the knot. Now, we decided to put Jeremy and Tamara to the test. Could they answer basic questions about the other? Take a look.
10.
5.
Garland, Texas.
I'm going to say Roulette.
Horseshoe or Farrier.
Traveling.
At McDonald's.
She worked in a manufacturing plant.
Aiken.
That I don't know.
I don't know if you ever had one or not.
Little sister.
Queen Bee.
Workaholic.
Okay, so what do you think?
Thought we knew each other a lot better than that.
You really don't know, do you?
No.
You can't name his 3 best friends.
No, I guess I didn't.
And then you're the one that said this isn't all about you. You don't even know his 3 best friends. And you're not much better. You're probably thinking, well, this is going pretty good.
I got
You
a few
don't
checks.
even know where she was born.
And we were put in the same hospital. That's bad.
They're like 10 minutes apart. Roulette, Garland, it's the same thing.
You didn't know where she was born?
No, I didn't.
You didn't know her nickname. You didn't know how many children she wants.
Yeah, I just knew it was a lot, and that's kind of went in one ear and out the other. I mean, I was just thinking about time.
Gee, well, you apparently wore that out. I look at this and don't ask myself why y'all are in trouble. I ask myself why not. I also had Jeremy and Tamara each take the partner awareness test from my book, Relationship Rescue. Now, out of 20 questions, Jeremy got 12 right and 8 wrong. Tamara got 10 right and 10 wrong. Let's take a look at a few of the answers that they didn't know. Okay, let's start with Jeremy. Now, Jeremy's wrong results were this. I can describe what my partner considers to be her greatest area of difficulty in interacting with her parents. You want to know that, right? Want to know how somebody gets along with their parents, and if there's a trouble area, where would it be? He didn't know. I can describe the most traumatic event that occurred in my partner's childhood. He didn't know. I know what makes my partner laugh. No clue. I can quote 3 things my partner says to me that she says to no one else in the world. Not a clue. Tamara, I can name my partner's 3 best friends. No. I know what accomplishments my partner is most proud of. No. I know what my partner considers to be his greatest losses in life. No. You got some things right, but you got an awful lot wrong. So maybe your compatibility was just way low. So I don't know if you made the right decision to get married or not, but I know this. Sometimes you make the right decision. Sometimes you just have to get busy and make the decision right. There's a real basic formula for success in a relationship, and it's this. The quality of a relationship is a function of, 1, how well it meets the needs of the 2 people involved. Are your needs getting met?
No.
Are your needs getting met? So both of you, neither of your needs are getting met. And the other has to be based on a really solid underlying friendship. Friendship, what do you do with friends? You laugh, you tell jokes, you cut up, you confide in one another, you help one another achieve things. That's what friends do, right? How good of friends are y'all?
Probably not that great.
Not that good.
So here we have it. There's 2 things that define the quality of a relationship. One's a friendship, you don't have one. And the other is how well it meets your needs and they're not being met. You need to wake up every morning and say, what can I do today to make my wife's life better? Don't wait for her to do it. Don't worry about her being a bottomless, but you need to wake up every day and say, what can I do today where she's just going to go, oh, that's nice.
I let her sleep in the morning, so I thought that was enough.
That's a start. That covered Monday.
I haven't seen her in the mornings.
You need to wake up every morning and ask yourself, what can I do to make his life better? It's about being selfless, not selfish. It's not about asking, what can I get? It's about what can I give? And all of a sudden, you got 2 people moving towards one another to try to make the other person happy. You've got to become selfless for a period of time. And if you do it at the same time, then you've got 2 selfless people saying, here we go. Let's come together.
Well, that's one thing we agree on is we're both selfish, so that's a big problem.
So you do have something in common.
Yeah, we do. We agreed on that.
So let's create something else in common, being selfless. And I'm going to give you some very specific exercises to do to get you through that, okay? Very structured, specific. 30 minutes a day you can do these, and it will make an amazing difference in what you know about each other and how well you connect.
Honestly, I can't believe this couple got married so quickly and without really knowing each other. Dr. Phil says they've known each other now for less than 2 years. They got married after a few months, and clearly he didn't know that she has no life. This man has a full life, or at least he used to have a full life. Not anymore, because she's making sure that he gets rid of everything that he cares about that isn't her. That's wild to me. It's wild to me that she does nothing all day, that she just sits in the house watching TV, that her mom is her best friend, one of only 2 friends that she has, no hobbies, no activities. Does she work? I don't think that was mentioned. Is there anything that she cares about other than this man, and why is that the case? It makes sense that he's not interested in being intimate with her. Why would he be? I wouldn't be surprised if he's taking on overtime at work just to get away from her. I would describe her as clingy, sure, but even more than that. She clearly has some serious unmet emotional needs, and she's trying to use him as the object, as the tool to meet all of those needs. That is way too much pressure for one person. It is not his responsibility to be her father, her mother, her sister, her brother, her grandparents, her dog, her best friend, her employee and employer, her chef, her masseuse, her chauffeur, whatever. Like, it's not his responsibility to meet the needs that should be met by her. You know, she should be out trying to find something that she cares about. She should be out trying to find a hobby. I've been in similar circumstances because I am someone with a very full life, and it was impossible for me, I realized, to be with anyone who doesn't also have that, because I'm not gonna stick around and meet your curfew. I'm gonna be gone. So I'm not at all surprised that this marriage is suffering, but they do seem to love each other, so that's good. I certainly hope that maybe they can both get some help. She absolutely needs some, but he does as well, right? Because the way that he's chosen to address this is just to be passive aggressive and sulk and pout and give the silent treatment, and that's not helpful at all. They seem to be triggering each other. She's anxious, he's avoidant. It seems like that whole anxious avoidant attachment cycle where the anxious person triggers in a more avoidant person to run, and that person running triggers that anxious person to clean harder. I have actually been in that cycle before. It's not fun and it goes nowhere. If they can both figure out how to meet their own emotional needs and feel safe within themselves, and perhaps they can come together and feel safe together as a couple. But one thing she's gonna have to do for sure is she's gonna have to realize that he's not a child, she's not his mommy, and he needs to have a life because he's a grown man, he's a person. And as a person, he needs to have a full life for himself that's not all about her. She seems to really have some main character syndrome, and it's not working. What do you guys think about this? Do you think this couple should stay together? Do you think they will stay together? Did they get married too quickly? They clearly didn't know each other well enough to even determine if this marriage should happen in the first place. Do you think this woman is clingy? I think I know the answer to that, but let me know what you think. Drop it in the comments.